Hello and greetings. Welcome to another episode of the Six Pack Dad Tribe interview series. I am Ben Henry. I am a Six Pack Dad Tribe group mentor, and I am excited to have with me here Nathan Quinn. Nathan, welcome and thanks for joining me today on this call.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, so I've kind of introduced myself. I'd like to give some time to you to just kind of introduce who you are and why did you join the tribe? We'll start off with that question.
Sure. So I'm Nathan. I live in Utah. I'm a dad, and I'm a leader at a fintech brokerage company, kind of known for my impact in like I have a growth mindset, a lot of problem solving ability, and I'm good at moving forward with imperfect information in my role. So that's kind of the value I
Very
bring.
valuable. Yeah.
And I love playing outdoors, camping and skiing. So those are some of my hobbies. And I joined the tribe because I used to kind of eat and do whatever I wanted, and that worked for the young years. But I was just starting to feel the effects of those habits in my sleep and my energy and my weight. And I would say I kind of caught on pretty quick and early to that change, of just aging and whatnot. And I just thought to myself, this is going to be so much easier to address if I play offense and make
Mhm.
changes now rather than kind of having to wake up one morning surprised and roll back things or wait or whatever it was. So I kind of realized that the number one thing that I needed at that point was just education. I had just done no investment in learning about my health or my nutrition or how to grow muscle, all those things. And I felt like, YouTube could only take me so far. There's lots of good information on there, but eventually I got to the point where I needed some one-on-one coaching, to look at my personal situation. And this program really appealed to me because of its balanced approach, and its appeal to kind of the working dad was really a hit for me because I wanted to make adjustments, but still just feel like I was present and like with my family and everything. So that's what really sold me.
Yeah, no, I was right there as well. When I got into this, I was like, I'm a smart guy. I could look on YouTube. There's all these people, they have all these free videos and workout videos. I just gotta buckle down and start working out, right? And yeah, it was the same thing when I finally got to talk to Tyson and get some of the material from this program. I was like, oh, it's so good to know, have a structure, have someone that I can throw things off of that I trust, that's in my position. Like these other guys they're bodybuilders or their whole life is in the gym. They spend most of their day in the gym. I'm like, I can't do that. So it doesn't quite fit for me. But yeah, I was similar in the way with this matches my lifestyle and what I'm dealing with right now, and that helps a lot. That's cool. That's a great reason to join. That's a great connection you have there. So
Yeah.
tell me, how long have you been in the tribe? And during the duration that you've been in the tribe, what kind of experience have you had? What has been your experience with being in the tribe?
Yeah. So I've been in for over a year now, and it's been for me personally just a huge success. I've dropped over 25 pounds, which, like I said, I didn't.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't necessarily have a lot of that to do, but still, I was pretty happy with that result. But for me, I more importantly got on to building muscle, and that's been really fun and successful. I hit a 13% body fat, which I was pretty
Wow.
pleased with. And I just the even more importantly than the metrics though has just been I feel like I've wound back the body clock. I'm feeling super well. I'm sleeping amazing. Um, I'm very pleased with kind of the change in my physique, which has been quite noticeable. And beyond that, it's really trickled down in ways I hadn't expected to improving the way my family eats. I've just seen them shift as well with me and the further education, and I just feel like I have a lot more purpose in why I exercise and understanding the way I eat and the impact that it's going to have. And that's really empowering.
That's awesome. Yeah, bringing your family along, having impact on them, and getting support from. Do you find it hard sometimes to get the support from them, or to when they're eating different things and you're trying to eat certain things, and does that cause some complications in the home?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely there are differences, in the way we eat and what we decide to put in, but like all things with family life, it's a compromise, So they've done a good job in little ways of helping me, they'll kind of set aside a portion of the meal that I can modify slightly. It's never huge, but those little adjustments stack up. But there are other days where it's tricky, where they're all having a family gathering treat, and I'm grabbing, a Fit Crunch bar
Yeah.
because I'm not ready to have a leptin reset. It's not that day. So, there's ups and downs.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, good for you. Good on you. And if you could share some insights or some key lessons that you've learned with everyone else that you've taken away from this experience in the tribe, what would you share with the larger group?
Yeah, I think something that took me by surprise going through this was that Tyson's approach is really like 60% nutrition, 30% mindset, and 10% actual gym and exercise. I probably would have guessed the opposite before, that most of it was about the exercise I did, but
Get in the
it's
gym,
been,
pump the iron. Yeah.
yeah, that was, and that feels like the mentality of a lot of the other programs you can buy into out there, is they'll just sell you the routine. But there is so much work that Tyson does and has set up around his program that deals with your mindset, and getting your psychology cleaned up, as well as your nutrition, that I think has allowed me to really make this a permanent lifestyle change. So that's had a huge impact for me. And I think the other one that has come as like a pleasant surprise or takeaway has just been how, getting my health and nutrition cleaned up has really catalyzed growth and success in other areas of my life, in my relationships and career. Cause it just, when you kind of clean up and build your confidence and self image in one area, it pays a dividend, in all the other areas as well. So, that's just been a real great outcome for me.
And I like how you broke down the percentages of what things cover, because I know another thing that was something I always saw tied to any kind of workout routine was all the supplements or the proprietary uh, supplements that were being tagged along with the price of the program. And I was interesting where in the tribe they don't Tyson does not promote a specific supplement or anything. But all at the same time he doesn't say don't do it. He's like there are things that can help and they have specific uses and they have specific purposes. And it's like, what's the science of it? Is taking this going to help me with the thing that I'm focused on? Or is this just extra fluff that's just more money that I'm trying to throw down or whatever? Like he's very focused on the science of it. And I love how you said the mindset where you're driving for a specific purpose and goal and what helps you get to that goal, not just do all these things and maybe you'll get there. Hopefully it works out for you. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of that and that's frustrating to me, but yeah, he doesn't drive any of that. Have you ever worked with any kind of supplements or anything in addition to the program that you've been running?
Just a little bit of the basics. I would consider protein a supplement. So, taking extra
Okay.
protein and then a multivitamin on and off. And I've been doing a little bit of creatine recently. But other than that, I've had all these results mostly just with basic, diet and nutrition changes.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And just a few things here and there that are only going to add to what you're already working on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been my experience. And another kind of great element is just the social network that Tyson's incorporated into is, Ben, you mentioned in your intro that you're a mentor for one of the groups. And that's I'm in your group. And
Yeah.
you've just had a huge impact. I really appreciate all the, camaraderie and support building that you generate for us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that was a big piece for me when I was choosing to stay on or even become a mentor. I'm like, I've got the knowledge now and I could do it. I can make this work. But I just know my tendencies. If I disconnect from this group and I just eliminate the accountability factor, I just don't know if I'm gonna keep keep the consistency. What Tyson says, keep consistent imperfect days, or consistently be imperfect, and try and get a little bit here and there. But just the constant reminders, and even today, I mean, you in our Marco Polo group, you guys were talking about different things, and it inspired me to go dump a whole bunch of holiday cookies that I had on the counter. That I'm like, you know what? Either this is going to be processed through my body and then end up disposed of and wasted, or I can just accelerate that, put that right in the trash, and then I don't have to process it through my body. But still have the like a bite here, a bite there. I think it's something that you mentioned. Is like just get the taste, enjoy it, and then you move on, and focus on what actually fuels the body and provides nutrition and just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camaraderie you're talking about, the accountability, huge factor that this tribe really promotes. I love that call out.
Yeah. It's going to be waste one way or another, but it's a
That's
lot
right.
easier. It doesn't have to go through your body first.
Oh yeah, well said. Love it. Hey, anything else that you want to say or share as it pertains to this program or your experience?
Just thank you. You know, it's pretty amazing to take control of your health in your life, and there's not much else that matters if your health gets off the rails. So it's just been a huge positive impact for me, and worth every bit of it.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Nathan Quinn, everyone. Thank you for being here on the interview series with me, and we'll call that a wrap. And you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Ben. You too.